Hey, what's up guys? What today's video is going to be about is I'm going to cover a couple different things. The first starting with the sale of my F150 EcoBoost, which you guys have seen here on the channel. The second thing is going to be a little bit about my new truck. Going to go into some of the mods that I plan on doing and some of the things I've already purchased for it. The third thing I'm going to cover is how much money I made from YouTube this year and how it all kind of works. And because I get a lot of questions from you guys asking whether you guys should get into YouTube or not. So I'm going to kind of touch base on that to give you guys a little more clarification. Okay. So the first topic, yes, I did sell my F150. It was a 2016 F150 EcoBoost with a 3.5 liter XLT that you guys have seen here on the channel. I'll link a video up here if you guys haven't seen it. So there was nothing wrong with the truck. I absolutely love the truck. I had no reason to sell it, but what I ended up doing was I sold the truck to a subscriber here on YouTube who actually commented on one of my old videos. So I'd mentioned in the comments that I would consider selling the truck, and he actually drove from Indiana all the way to North Carolina, which is around a 13-14 hour drive, and bought the truck for exactly what I was asking for. So I wasn't really planning on selling the truck, but I did have other things in mind. I did want to get into a F250, looking at a Power Stroke. I was looking into maybe a Cummins as well, but I ended up obviously with the Power Stroke, as you guys see here. So I ended up selling it. Didn't really want to sell it. Nothing wrong with it. Didn't have to sell it, but it was a good opportunity to go ahead and get rid of it and get into what I really wanted, because I didn't want to keep putting money and mods into the F150 if ultimately I wasn't going to keep it for a prolonged period of time. So for you guys that are curious on what I sold the F150 for, I ended up getting $30,000 for that F150. I bought it new for around $39,000 down at Brandon Ford. They have excellent prices if you guys are looking at newer trucks. They're a high volume dealer. But I mean, I put about 50,000 miles on that thing. And it was just time for me to go ahead and get rid of it and move on to something else and get started on a new project, which will be good for the channel because you guys can kind of follow the build and follow it along. If you guys have any suggestions on mods or anything like that, I'll go ahead and get into that portion of the video and give you guys a brief overview of the truck. All right, guys, so here's the truck. It's a 2017 F250 6.7 liter Power Stroke. It is a beast. It's an awesome truck. I drove all the way up to Maryland to pick this truck up. I'm here in Virginia for a couple weeks, kind of working on a project up here for work. And I figured it'd be a good opportunity to go ahead and just get this truck. I paid North Carolina taxes on it, even though I bought it in Maryland. And North Carolina taxes are super cheap. So I'll keep it registered in North Carolina for about a year, and then I'll end up switching it over to Florida so I can go ahead and delete the DPF and the EGR and all that crap and just do a straight pipe, maybe like a 5-inch, do a tune and all that. But overview of the truck, it is a Lariat. I think it's like a Lariat Ultimate or something like that is what they call it. It has a lot of features, but there are some other add-on features that this one doesn't have for the 2017 model. So this one, it didn't have the LED package, which is an add-on. It's got these halogen lights, which I personally hate. So that's going to be one of the first things to go, is these halogen lights. But I'll get into the mods a little bit later in the video of what I'm going to do. So it's a Lariat. It's got the black leather, none of that pheasant stuff. It's got this cool thing. So if you have the key in your pocket, you just kind of push this thing and it'll unlock the truck. And then you can open it up. Sorry, it's a little dirty in here. I've been driving around, put a couple 100 miles on the truck since I bought it. So it's got the twin panel moonroof, which I see a lot of people have issues with this, so I'm hoping that I don't run into any issues with it. But if I do, I mean, I'm pretty, mechanically inclined with things like this, and I should be able to kind of figure it out. First thing I'm going to do whenever I get the truck down in North Carolina is I'm going to vacuum out the drain lines for this so that it doesn't get any leaking or anything like that. And then just grease it up, because they say if you don't grease these things up, they start to have issues. So I'll grease it up. As you see here, it's got the black leather. I miss my my brown leather, but this is pretty nice. I think it looks good with the black interior and the ruby red paint. I like this truck because it has the painted to match handles as well as the mirror caps. Notice these, man. I love these, the LEDs on the OEM tow mirrors. The truck already does have a 2.5-inch ready lift leveling kit with the Fox 2.0 shocks on there. So that's good for my future plans, because that's something that I would end up doing to the truck anyways. So having that on the truck is that much better. As you see back here, I already got these tires here for it. They're 37-inch Nitto Ridge Grapplers. These are the same brand and model tire that I had on my F150, except these ones are a lot bigger. These are 37 inches. The ones I had on my F150 were 33 inches. And these stock tires, well, stockish tires, these are like 32 inches whenever I measured them out. So going up to a 37-inch is going to be pretty big on this truck. It's going to sit a lot higher than it sits right now. Again, this truck, it doesn't have the LEDs, so I'm looking for LED taillights for it. It has these cool inserts on the tailgate, which I think looks pretty cool. I might end up putting a like a painted platinum tailgate panel or something like that on it. I don't know yet. I've been kind of looking to see if I could find one for cheap. It's got this bed cover. Not as good as a hardcover, but honestly, this thing is pretty nice. I drove around with it like closed and everything, and it seems pretty nice. Seems pretty sturdy. But then you always have to worry about somebody cutting into this and taking whatever you got in the bed out. So these tires don't really fit under it. So that's why I got it kind of up like that. I like it's got the sliding glass back window, which is pretty cool. These steps on here, they're aftermarket. I kind of like them. I don't know what brand that is. DZ. I've never heard of that in my life, but they do pretty good. I'm only 5'5", so getting in and out of the truck, definitely awesome using these steps. And it'll keep the doors from getting all dinged up from people parking next to you. It's got the cool number pad on the side of the thing. And if you guys want, drop a comment. I can show you guys how to get the code if you don't have the code, like if you bought your truck used or whatever. But I have the code for mine already, so I'm good. I don't have to do it on mine. Getting into the truck, I'm gonna have to get some WeatherTech mats for it. The top of the truck, it's got these cab lights, so I'll probably end up switching these things out eventually for the Recon LED lights on top. I really love these lights on top of the truck. It makes it look so much bigger, so much more aggressive. Now getting into the truck, it's got it had 53,000 miles on it when I picked it up, so I don't know, it must have been 53 something, because I got 54,000 on it now. This truck, it's got the Sync 3 system. I'll go ahead and turn the truck on. It's got that push button start, which is pretty sweet. Built for tough. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in here. It's got the nice big gauge cluster. Got the Sync 3 system, which is pretty nice. One of the things I don't actually like about the higher trim trucks, like the Lariats and above, is so on the F150s, and the F250s, I guess, on the XLTs, this right here would change the level of air condition, but since this has dual climate control, this is like temperature for the driver, this is temperature for the passenger. I'll turn that off. But what I liked about the F150 is this was like the level, so like the speed of the AC or the speed of the heat, and I like that because you could adjust that on there. But this, you have to adjust it on the screen, which you adjust it like up and down here. But it sucks if you're using Apple CarPlay, because you have to get kind of out of Apple CarPlay into the sync. So it just takes like 4 or 5 buttons in order to get this. Where on the XLTs, you could just crank this baby left or right and change the level of AC or heat. It's nice. This thing comes with the trailer brake. Got the electronic 4-wheel drive, but you also do have the option for you boomers. You could lock it on the hubs, which is pretty cool. This is cool. I liked the shifter right here on my F-150, but it has it up here on the column, and I thought I was gonna hate it, but I actually love it. I want you guys to see my debit card info. But this is pretty cool for the cup holders. So like sometimes we go to cookout and I'll get a huge sweet tea, and my girlfriend will get a huge sweet tea, and we both get milkshakes sometimes, and it kind of sucks, you know, because we have to use these, and if we got somebody else in the back, they're wanting to use these cup holders. But this thing is pretty cool because you can slide it over. You got 2 cup holders here and then 2 right here, which is sweet. Yeah, I like a lot of drinks, so that's something I actually like. But I really don't like this being right here. I like it here, but I do like the extra room, so I don't know how I feel about that just yet. Pretty cool feature right here. I don't even know how to use all this yet, but you can fold these bad boys in Yeah, that's pretty sweet. This is a big truck. It's a beast to park. It's gonna be a beast to park once I do some aftermarket wheels and tires and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool that you have the ability to do that. It makes parking it a lot easier. You don't got to worry about somebody hitting off your, I don't even know, these things probably cost like upwards of $1,000 for these freaking mirrors. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into the sunroof. Let's go ahead and get into my future and planned mods that I'm gonna do for the truck. So first things first, I already ordered a grill for it. The grill is gonna replace this big center section here, these right here, and all this chrome stuff. I hate chrome. I know a lot of people like it, but I'm not a fan of chrome, so I'm gonna be getting rid of the chrome right there, going with a gloss black grill for now. Later on down the road, if I could get a platinum grill and paint match it, that's what I'll end up doing, or I'll paint match this grill while I have the black grill on. For the bumpers, I'm going to wrap the chrome bumpers on here. I hate chrome, so probably get them wrapped down in Florida. My buddy Vasily, he owns a wrap shop. He does all kinds of like high-end vehicles. If you guys are in the Southwest Florida area, definitely check him out. I'll drop a link to his channel below, as well as his contact info or his Instagram and stuff like that. But I'm gonna hopefully have him wrap the bumpers whenever I take the truck down to Florida next, so I can paint match it to get it as close as possible to the ruby red on the truck. And I'll post a video on that whenever we go do that. For the headlights, I hate these halogen headlights. They're big, they're chrome, they're ugly. And what I'm going to be doing is doing the Morimoto LED headlights. I'll put a picture in the video right here or something of what they look like. I'm going to be ordering those. I can get them for about $1,300, $1,350, something like that, from the Power Stroke group. A couple vendors on there. So I'm going to get that done. As you guys saw, I have the 37s in the bed. So I'm going to throw those 37s on the stock wheels for now, roll around like that for a couple months. And then what I'll end up doing is 22 by 12s with either a 35 or a 37. Probably end up being a 35 because with a 37, you have to actually do like a 4-inch lift or a 6-inch lift. And I really don't feel like messing with that right now. I also have at my house already, I have the Morimoto LED headlights. I bought them for the F150, never got around to installing them, so I'm going to be putting them on the F250. I desperately need to tint these windows. Like, I cannot do this. I'm going to tint the sides. I'm going to do 5% on the sides all the way around and do the back window this time. And on the front, I'm going to end up doing 50% all the way down the entire windshield, because I can't stand that. And I might even end up tinting the sunroof or the moonroof or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. But overall, this truck is a beast. It's awesome. I plan on doing a delete for it once I'm out of the complete warranty. I think that this thing has like 100,000 mile warranty on either the powertrain or the engine or something like that. At least that's what the dealership was telling me. And I have it in writing too, so should be good. And I think that's from the manufacturer, actually, not from the dealer. So we'll see. But overall, I love the truck so far. The truck is awesome. It's really aggressive. It drives extremely smooth, which, I'm going to ruin that when I put big wheels and tires on it and stuff like that. But that's what I want. Going around to the back, like I said, I want to get rid of the exhaust, put a 5-inch. I need a new hitch, because the hitch receiver on this is the trailer ball, like the ball and drop hitch and all that, because I think this is like a 2.5 inch or something like that. I want to say it's bigger than the F150 comes with, so I'll end up doing one of those. Probably do the Jenny or something like that. So I'll be selling mine for my F150 if you guys want to buy it. Probably do it for like $100. I'll probably end up spending like $200, $300 on the new one, but hey, whatever. I need it so I can tow around my trailer and take the race cars to the track and stuff like that. So make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions on mods. I plan on doing the LED taillights, getting the OEM LEDs. I don't really like any of the aftermarket ones for these trucks, but the OEM ones do look pretty sweet at night, so I'll probably end up doing those. But this is a short bed for the F250s. It's plenty big for me. Like, the other bed is like 8 feet long, and that must be a freaking monster to park. But if you're working with the truck, I could see where you need it. Oh, I completely forgot. So I use my dad's address for my home of record since I'm obviously in the military and I always move around. My home of record is Florida, which I enjoy because there's no state tax in Florida on your income. So saving thousands of dollars from that every single year. That's why Florida is a great state. It's an awesome state. They make so much money from tourism that they don't have to tax people's income. But anyways, so I got my W-2 in the mail. My dad sent me a picture of it, or it's, sorry, it's a 1099 is what YouTube sends out. And I made around $2,000 from YouTube last year, and I wasn't monetized for the entire year. So that's pretty good. And you guys that are looking to get into this to make a little side cash, maybe pay for some of the mods and stuff on your trucks or your four-wheelers or race cars or whatever you guys have, if you are passionate about making the videos and you like making videos, I say do it. But if you don't have a passion for, like, if you don't like genuinely enjoy editing the videos, filming the videos, talking about stuff, you know, passing information along to people, because that's ultimately that's what got me started. Is I wanted to pass my experiences and things that I did to other people, maybe people that I know, people that I don't know, so that they can see and they could make their opinion on if they want something or if they like something. And that's really what got me into this, is I wanted to just kind of share with people. I've been doing, you know, YouTube for over 10 years now. A lot of my old videos, you guys can't really see some of the really old ones, but I have videos on my channel from like probably 7-8 years ago. I don't know, I got some on there from like probably like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, even longer maybe. But I just like making the videos. I started doing it before I got paid, and then YouTube came out and they said, you know, if you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, that you could get monetized. And I went ahead and did it, and it's kind of fueled me to put a little more into the channel. It gives me a little more money to do these mods, and ultimately I'll keep doing it, even if, you know, my monetization goes away or if I get paid less, because I like doing it. And if it's good information for you guys, I'll keep doing it, because I go on here and I'm constantly looking for information on YouTube. If I don't know how to do something, I go to YouTube and I search it and I find out how to do it. You know, you got these YouTube mechanics out here, and I hate to say it, but that's where I learned to do a lot of this stuff, is seeing something on YouTube. Because if somebody's already done it before and they know how to do it, I'd rather watch that than just go into it blind. So that's the last thing I wanted to add. You know, $2,000, it's not a crazy amount of money, but it's enough money to buy some cameras, pump some money in the channel, buy some mods to the trucks and stuff like that. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you guys want to see more, if you guys have any more questions, have any video ideas, definitely let me know, because I'm always looking for new content. So make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.